Hey, what's up, Globo Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good today on stuff I got semi recently in the mail. Is going to be this nice Christmas card right here. Yeah, look at that. It's not an actual Pokemon card, but look at that. We got 026 Gonzo front and center right there. That is a beautiful ensemble you're wearing. That is an awesome ensemble. Leonhardt couldn't even pull that off. This is a nice card. It's a very nice Christmas card. I'm glad we met this year. Glad we actually became good friends. Going straight up on the fridge, and I cannot thank you enough, man. That is a great Christmas card. Anyway, want to talk about a little something I kind of saw. It's going to be more towards like the holiday stuff. It's end of year. It's always reflection time. People reflect on fucking things they bought, certain cards they had. They look at their videos or they look at things they've done. And I also peruse r slash pokey investing this time of year too, because there's always people looking like, oh, what do I get for Christmas, or what should I be investing in 2024? What's the big moves? What's the pickups here? What do y'all think's gonna have the most value? Should I grade this PSA, BGS, CGC? No real hate to anybody who's doing it and stuff like that, but every once in a while you'll get some interesting stories. And I saw one. I don't have Virginia's phone, by the way. It's floating around somewhere, but I saw one story. It's gonna be up right here. And the general gist of it was someone came in and they bought around $700 worth of Pokemon product in the last year, and it was ranging just from like Evolving Skies, Chilling Reign, all the way up to like Paldea Evolve, some of the most recent stuff. And they were opening it up and they're saying that they're only pulling like $10 worth of cards, like their most expensive pull is only this, and that. And are they investing wrong? Are they doing this wrong? They've been stepping here. Generally, they're pretty good with money, but when it comes to Pokemon, it's like a whole new thing. First of all, it's kind of weird that people just jump into Pokemon and think this is like the money making thing to do, as if like you just open up card packs and that's just it. You just fucking rip money out of them. There you go. Voila, money. And that can happen, but that's extremely rare, especially with like some of the chase cards people are chasing. I mean, the pull rates, man, they don't lie. Some people can open thousands of packs and not get anything. As for the product, so I have about like $900 worth of ETBs just chilling in that room back there. And it's just one of those things where it's like I could open it. What's going to happen is probably one thing. This is the sure bet thing. There's going to be a couple pulls in some of those ETBs. It could be some decent pulls, but more than likely that's not going to be the case. It's probably going to be full arts, maybe a couple Vs, maybe a couple EXs or something like that. And then there's going to be a few ETBs where I get absolutely nothing. It's going to be a complete waste of money. I'm not a money guy, so whatever I do with those ETBs, whether I open them for a video, I sit on them for a little bit, I give them away at some point, I take them to a card party and just give them to somebody. Who fucking knows, man? The sky's the limit. I don't really care about that stuff, but sitting on that product for a few years and then selling it to PokeTubers or someone else like that, it's always a good, safe way to make some money. It's just basically like a steady, slow increase as they stop printing that stuff. As for like, pulling cards, that stuff, bro, buy singles. 100% buy singles and stuff like that. But here's where it gets into this stuff and where I kind of want to talk about like what people buy and what I fucking buy in particular and the cards I value. So people always ask, okay, well, what do I put money into? Where do I fucking go from that stuff? PSA, BGS, CGC, raw cards, Evolving Skies, alternate arts, full art trainers, blah, 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 blah. Like people have a bunch of different things they say. The cards people value and the cards that actually are going to be things that people like are going to vary. Monetarily, you can have your own fun with that. There's lots of different ways you can do that stuff. The TCG player side of the house, it just used to run how things go. Like it used to be like, okay, this is good in a deck. This is good here. This is going to be like a $60 card because it wins tournaments. And you kind of see stuff like that with like Obsidian Flames where people are getting Pidgeots and Charizards for a decent price. And there's still some full art trainers that go for an alright amount. Iono being one of them because she's just so crazy broken in the game. There's still things that are playable, and then you got some instances where people just like certain cards, and I am definitely one of those people. Let me give you a solid example of something like that. So people would tell me, oh, like what card do you really, really like or something like that? And the one I would say that a lot of people don't is I'm going to show you right here. It's Mustard. Mustard is a really good card, not because it's valuable. You pull this from a box and it's like, geez, that's the dud card right there. I didn't fucking pull anything from that box. TCG player, it's not really like crazy good in any decks. I'm sure there's a couple niche decks that used it, and it's probably more prominent like around Urshifu and Zapdos V whenever those were kind of floating around to be more popular. But I like that card. I like it a lot because it means a lot to something in the game. The Isle of Armor DLC was fantastic. Mustard was a fantastic character. He's got crazy lore. Like, he's responsible for giving Leon his Charmander that eventually became his Charizard. That whole fucking area was great. He used to be a champion. He's a crazy strong trainer. The whole Urshifu storyline, the crazy fast slowpokes like Clara and Avery being introduced in that DLC. That was a really good time for Pokemon games. I don't really fucking care what anybody says. There's tons of people like Sword and Shield fucking destroyed. No, it didn't. Sword and Shield was just fine. Sword and Shield was a great era for Pokemon. I don't really care what anybody thinks. And Mustard was a fantastic character. I pull that card, and I'm like, hell yeah, I like this card a whole hell of a lot. Clara, I pull that card. It's a good card, and there are definitely some people that want that card because it's got a little bit of value to it. It's a Naoki Saito full art trainer. Of course it's going to be. I just like that card because I like the character. And I guarantee people looking at things they bought, they've kept, they've graded, they put in a binder, like everyone's shit's going to look a little bit different because everybody values cards differently. And I really implore some of the money bros to actually like some of the cards they're getting. There's too many people, and you see it just on this r/poke investing thing right there, where people just jump in this shit and it's becoming a job to them, like just from the get-go. Okay, I went to the store, I bought these ETBs, I ripped this. Okay, I'm gonna have to sell this stuff somewhere. Dude, have some fun with this stuff. Like, this is supposed to be a fun thing. Don't go into debt for this shit. You have some expendable funds, fucking put it where you want to, do what you think you should do, ask some questions here and there, but like, have some fucking fun with this, man. This is a hobby. It's about to be Christmas. There's so many good things that are happening with Pokemon right now. The future, 2024, the new sets that were just announced, those look fucking fantastic. It's a good time to be in Pokemon, for real. Money, it's cool. There's a lot of cool things that happen with money here, man, but there's just so many more things that you can do. There's some people that just collect niches of cards. There's Kakuna collectors, there's Magikarp collectors, there's Pidgey collectors, there's fucking Chikorita collectors, there's Torchic collectors. There's so many of them, man. There's so many. And I just implore people to have a little bit of fun with this place, man, because certain cards mean a lot to certain people. So I got Appreciate it, Virgins. It's just crazy how people step in here, and from the get-go, it's a job. It really doesn't need to be. There's a lot of fun to have here. Have a good one. Hope y'all are doing well. And yeah, fucking Gonzo's card. That's great. I'm still thinking about it.